Howdy! Mm-hmm.
Excuse me, ma'am. Might I have a word? I'm new to Sandrock, and I would be remiss to pass up an opportunity to speak with a dignified-looking damsel such as yourself.
My stars! Did you listen to that? I reckon that must be the phrasings of a bona fide Ataran gentleman. Ain't nobody talks fancy like that around here. Well, what can I do you for, newcomer? Looking for good eats? Or just a place to kick up your heels? I've been ranching these parts for more than 20 years. Reckon I ought to know a thing or two by now. Just ask our builder here.
I believe you. I'm Ernest, by the way. I'm here on the behalf of the Atara Times. I was hoping to do a piece on that bandit fellow who's been giving you all so much trouble. Would you care to weigh in on the situation?
Oh, I reckon you mean Logan. Mr. Ernie, sir, I don't suppose you were on that train, were you? You still want to catch up with that rascal? Well, here's my way, then. You'd do best by packing your bags. That Logan's a wanted man, and he likely won't take kindly to a fancy-talking, pants-wearing, city-slicking Point Dexter snooping around. No offense. If you want to write about something, write about the scenery. Try some of our Yakmel sausage. It's so good. People all the way from Portia make their way over to stock up on it. Logan, forget about it. Wait till the...
And it was going so well. I've really hit a wall these past few days. Can't seem to get anyone to open up. Are they really so afraid of one guy? Is it my cologne? You, Builder. Despite all that, I don't suppose you would be willing to answer some of my questions about Logan. Really? You will? Fantastic! One moment, let me just get out my notebook. For this interview, please try to be as objective as possible. Try not to let your feelings or any biases get in the way. It's important that I only get the facts as I try to understand this bandit persona. First question. Do you know Logan personally? That's alright. Still, you've lived here for a while, haven't you? I believe your insight may yet be of use. Tell me what he looks like. I mean, have you seen the posters around here? They really couldn't have found a picture of him without a bandana over his face? Just a simple description will do. Oh no! He's hot! Why does everybody keep saying that? I'd say, rather, Logan has a disarming glare. Ice cold. I'll never forget it. And even through the bandana, you can see there are stories written on his face just waiting to be told. Logan's accomplice, the man who helped him on the train. What do you know about him? What's his name? Fancies himself some sort of superhero sidekick? Heck boy. What could it all mean? I didn't see any eggs on him. I'll just make a note of this. Seems there are several mysteries swirling around this particular figure. I'll have to mull it over. In any case, I suppose this counts as my first complete interview. They sent me here to just do a little throwaway piece for Ernie's World. But this whole bandit thing is gold! My editor Eduardo is gonna flip. Bandits? On your train? It's more likely than you think. No, that's no good. Ne'er-do-well nabs nada? Oh, how cheesy is that? Hey there, kiddo. I seem to keep seeing you around. You're not following me, are you? Are you alright?
I'm fine.
Are you lost? Where's your mother?
I'm not lost. I live here. My mom's in the desert now.
Ah, I see. In the desert. Oh, goodness. Sweetie, where do you live? Do you need someone to help you get home?
No, you're Ernest, the writer? Did you write the Maltese pigeon?
Oh, you're a fan, huh? Gosh, why didn't you say so? Oh, that book you've got, that's my latest release. Why don't I sign it for you?
Oh, that would be great! Thank you, Mr. Ernest!
Hey, anything for a fan. Who should I make this out to?
Jasmine. That's J-A-S.
And Jasmine, sweetie, why don't you tell me, what was your favorite part about this book?
Actually, I thought the story this time was a bit contrived.
Contrived? Wow, such a big girl word. Where did you...
I'm not finished. The characters are paper thin, and if you've even been paying half attention, you can see every twist coming from a league away. I think you've been really writing it in lately. Your old stuff was way better.
Well, little kid, with all due respect, you're a little kid and you don't know anything.
I'm your primary demographic!
Actually, as you can clearly see displayed on the back cover, the book is intended for all ages. Well, that's all the time I have for today. Here you go, and cheerio!
Wow, look, Mr. Teddy! We got an autograph from Ernest, the famous writer! Let's put it under our pillow tonight.
You really can't please everyone. She's kind of right, though. My novels have only ever really caught on with the under 12 demographic. It's gotten so hard to continue to outdo myself. The Maltese pigeon? Sure. Well, the version you might find at a local store, my publishing company shortened it and turned it into a children's book. Perhaps one day, I could show you my original version for the novel. It was nice running into you again, Builder, but I really should get back to work. Despite the one-off critic here and there, plenty of fans are in fact looking forward to what I come up with in Sandrock. So long!
Nice seeing ya. Need something? I got a lot on my plate today. Herd the cattle, stag a few sandfish, get the horses out for a run. Not exactly chores, but things that do need doing. See ya!
Wow! Oh! Yeah? Yeah? Thank you. Yeah? Yeah?
Well, this is a surprise. I predicted the Civil Corps would show up any minute now to rescue me, but I didn't expect them to send some random individual. Nevertheless, you're here now. Proceed with your extraction plan. I won't complain. You do have a plan, right? Wait. By the look on your face, perhaps you're not a rescuer, but a fellow prisoner instead. Oh. Okay, well, you can join the club and sit over there while we wait for the proper authority to appear. Hold on, I recognize you. You're the new builder. Perhaps we don't have to wait. With my intellect and your logistical aptitude, there may yet be new possibilities to extricate ourselves from this predicament. Let's look around this area to see if there's anything we can use to escape. relics or otherwise. I fell into this area seeking relics from my laboratory. Upon concluding the indisputable nature of my confinement, I decided to take a nap. According to my calculations, I've been down here somewhere between 2 hours and 2 days. Perhaps if this machine were repurposed somewhat, it could be fitted with an engine. With enough propulsion, we could likely fly out through that hole in the ceiling. However, any minor miscalculation in trajectory might cause us to die, which would be suboptimal. Or perhaps just use your pick hammer to break it down into scrap. I'll leave it to your discretion. Wood, stone, metal, scraps. These things are useful to you, are they not, Builder? I must admit, I find using such basic components to solve our predicaments somewhat inelegant. Regardless, Builder, I recommend you collect these materials. They may prove useful in our journey to the surface. This machine reminds me of something very obscure. Something you never would have heard of. In certain old world literature, it was imagined that time travel might one day be possible. If only I could go back in time and warn myself not to travel into this tunnel. I could also tell my past self that you'd be falling down here around this time, and then send myself to rescue you, solving this entire ordeal. That is, if my past self wasn't too busy right now. Wishful thinking, I'm afraid. Also, the fact that I did not meet myself before falling in here means that I do not uncover the secrets of time travel on this particular timeline. In any case, this machine would probably do us better as scrap. Can you break it down with your pick hammer? Looking up towards the skies for answers. That's entirely the reason I'm in this predicament in the first place. Well, Builder, our objective is rather straightforward, is it not? Exit through that gap above. Indeed, a mere difference in altitude has managed to contain us here. Pay me no mind, Builder. Complaining won't improve our situation. I suggest we continue looking around. Using the environment to bridge the gap between us and that opening up there. Brilliant! In any case, let's save our celebrations for the surface. After you, Builder. Finally! How serendipitous that you were the next to fall into that cavern. The potential benefits overwhelmingly outweighed the risk involved. According to Civil Corps survey reports, I deduced the likelihood of uncovering a usable Equatorial Mount in these ruins to be upwards of 99.9%. Unfortunately, despite my in-depth and thoroughly digestible explanation, none of the Civil Corps members were able to comprehend the significance of an Equatorial Mount. Thusly, it became imperative that I come here myself, and hence, our untimely meeting. My venture proved not only unfruitful, but also has caused a delay in my research. I must be heading back to the research center to make up for lost time. Perhaps I'll hire someone to continue the search for me. Render unto builders the things that are builders. Indeed, you would be much more suited to the task. Surely you'll be able to find pieces of an Equatorial Mount in the abandoned ruins, likely on a lower level. Once you've found the pieces by diving in the ruins, you can use the restoration machine at Katori's museum to make it whole again. Please bring it to me at that point and not before. Goodbye.
Pass me more. Retreat!
Did you see that? Those darn geeglers are at it again. Look at this mess. They're muddling up our water. I honestly don't know what it is they have against us. Do you mind helping out with the trash around the oasis? The longer they're in the water, the higher the risk of contamination, so we must hurry.
Hello. Uh-huh. 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 All right, catch you next time.
Hey, I saw you helping out. Thanks, we all appreciate it. If you found any valuables in the trash, you can keep those. Isn't that great?
Yeah.